Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. So, okay, anyways. So what I'm doing is like phase two we are retoping. So, like rest of the part, I'm just simply exporting from ZBrush the lowest subdivision level or like it's the remeshed model, exporting it. Then I'll check like which are the parts I need to retopo again and whatever the part I can use directly. There are like a few things I can see. It's little dense, but shape wise and everything is topology wise pretty clean. So I can retopo this thing. I can optimize this thing. Similarly, these two I can optimize. That's the whole idea. So there are a few things I need to modify. That's what I'm doing now.
Morning, sir.
Very good morning. Okay, let me open my ZBrush, bring it here. So here my ZBrush. So what I did is I opened my file and switched all the subtools into lowest division possible, everything into lowest division. Then I exported things like this one. I can see it's very dense. So I what I did is I just remeshed it once and then exported just to check like what are the parts where I can use it directly and where I can just simply remesh the model and use it. Few things I can few things I can use directly. Like this one, I can see clearly it's very low poly, so I can just simply use it directly. Control W, and make sure before exporting, reset the poly group. Make sure there is no poly groups. Everything is one single solid poly group, like one solid geometry. Then export that, and then you can use it. So I'm exporting into the folder. Save. Going to Maya.
Sir,
Yeah.
how do we reset the polygroup?
Control W.
And sir, yesterday you showed, right? Like, there were two polygroups on my mask. So you hit one polygroup and then you clicked some shortcut key and the other polygroup which was visible was masked automatically. So what is the shortcut key for that?
It's just masking, like simple mask. Okay, I'll show you. Let's see any of the part. Okay, maybe this one have some mask. Let's see. Oh, it's polygroup. I already contained the polygroup. Let's see where I have polygroup. This is also changed. Maybe this one. This is only again one. Okay, I can show it on this only. So control and let's isolate this one. So now, suppose in my model, I have multiple polygroups. So select that here, Control W to define any polygroup, right? That is like clear. So now I want to hide only this section. Control Shift click.
Yes,
only it will wherever you click, it will isolate that section. If you Control Shift and click again, it will invert the selection. Like wherever you click, it will hide that section.
yes.
And then if I want to mask it, Control click outside, it will mask.
Okay.
This is like these are basic standard masking process. So this is how we do it. And Control W to the entire model without any mask. It will suppose in this model, let's see, I have multiple polygroups. If I just without masking, I just press Control W, it will convert the entire model into one polygroup.
And sir, what if you want to divide it into different polygroups?
Select Control W.
Okay.
Masking and polygroup. That's it.
Yes. Yeah.
So now what I'm trying to do here is I'm checking like now in high poly, I have created all these parts separately, right? So, but in low poly, I won't create all these things. So let's start with this. Let me hide the body first, delete the body basically. So I'll optimize my model like ZBrush. I'm just simply deleting so that like I can optimize my scene and work on it easily. Delete. Delete. So now my idea is I don't want to retopo everything manually. So and all this information can be baked. So this file I'm not going to save. So I'm going to delete this one. All these designs basically. Delete. Because all this information can be baked. So I can just simply delete this also. Delete. Delete. Deleted. So now I have all these shapes. Let's hide rest of the things. And this is also, you can see, this is again, I can directly export it from ZBrush itself. It's pretty low poly. Yes, this is little scope of optimization. I can reduce the number of vertical lines. So I can just simply export it and reduce alternative lines. So it will become directly usable in game. You can do that. So as of now, I'll just hide this. Let's see. Let's also hide. So now only this section is visible. Oh, this is also visible. Hide it. Hide also hide it. So now I have only this section visible. Rest everything is hidden. So here I can see like all of them are separate, separate, separate. And what I want to do is I want to create only once, because low poly works differently, high poly works differently, right? All those detail I can bake directly on the model, even including these lines and all these things I can bake directly. So there is no point like keeping those detail because it will increase the poly count. So and plus this is like overlapping on top of this. The inside part is not visible. There is no point keeping those polygons as well. So wherever we have those things, we can just simply hide and delete those areas. So here I can see this one. Let's keep it separate. This one. Rest all these things I can see here. So what I'll do is now I'll click on all high. So they will go to their highest subdivision level and everything is visible here. Now, because I want to retopo this model, because obviously this polygons, all this geometry I cannot use directly for game. So shortcut, what I prefer personally is I'll go to merge and click on merge visible, only whatever is visible. Let's just remove this black. So select merge visible. It will create a separate merge subtool. You can see all separate polygons and everything is merged together. So now, and this is still, you can see this is very dense. This is like, let's see, it's 1 point some million polygons. So it's like very high. So what I'll do here is Control Shift D, duplicate the geometry, hide one. Now I'll go to geometry, dynamesh the model, slightly increase the resolution, dynamesh the entire thing. Oh, I need to dynamesh because there was subdivision level. That's why. So it become, see, clear dynamesh. Everything is combined, one single geometry, right? It's all clean. Now I want to retopo this model. So how do I do it? Okay, there is a issue. This thing is so thin. So you cannot use it. So I'll just hide this one. It's hidden. So I'll just delete that section. Add geometry, modify topology. That is something I can export separately also. Delete hidden. So too thin surface, if you Dynamesh, it will create holes. So this is this thing we can do it very easily. Now I'll go to Dynamesh and maybe a little less. Yeah, so you can see everything is combined now. And it's a solid geometry. Control W, everything is one polygroup. Right? From where it came? Acha, I guess I have undo. Hidden and delete. I guess I have deleted only the front face, not the back face. So now everything is deleted. It's all clean. Dynamesh, everything combined. Control W, one single solid polygroup, and make sure this is a symmetrical model, right? So make sure symmetry is on. And then I'll go to ZRemesher. I'll set my poly count, maybe 6,000-7,000, and remesh. So it will give me at least the base model, at the base model where I can just add little detail or refine it slightly and make it game ready. So the amount, I don't have to do manual retopo for this entire thing. I can reduce my this workload like this, and I can speed up the entire process. Because all this fine detail and everything around now I can see, you see, nicely detailed, and these back faces and all I can delete directly into my, I believe, Maya. I can do that. Let me see. So I just remeshed it, but still it's pretty heavy. It's still, let's see, 25,000 polygons. That means 50,000 per tries. So I'll reduce it slightly more. 4,000. Still looks pretty dense. Let's one more time. Still high. Yeah, this is like quite nice, quite low poly. And the backside I can delete and optimize the entire model. So this is like now the basic structure is ready, but I have to cross check this thing with my actual high poly. So what I'll do, Control Shift, hide, hide, hide. This thickness also, hide. So everything is gone. Geometry, delete everything, all higher division, modify topology, delete. So because that part is not there, so I should delete that. Then Shift F. And now this is my actual high poly, and this is my low poly. So you can see volume wise, shape wise, everything is same. It's just like a few details here and there missing. So what I will do is now I'll just project it back on the model. Control D once, project, so that I can be double like 110% sure my volume and shape and everything is same. So you can see I cannot see any like slightly all these gaps, that doesn't matter. Now if I delete this one, and I can see all this detail, but it have one subdivision level that double the geometry, reduce it back. So you can see all these lines become slightly prominent. Still it's pretty low poly, slightly prominent. Now you have all this information within that polygons, and delete higher. That's not required anymore. And now export this thing. And go back to your Maya. This one I have already exported and bring it here. You can see what happened here. What is this? One second, this can be, I have imported this thing before also. So just delete all of them. Let's make sure everything is deleted. Yeah, now it's fine. So it's just basic shape, because that thickness we can, like if it is a slight thickness, that's something we can bake directly. But if it's like a little bit like thicker than like 1 mm or 2 mm, so we create that shape. So now this is something I can directly use in Maya. Yes, I have to optimize and check all this intersection and everything. I have to double check that, those things. And plus all this, very good morning. So all these things, I can see all these broken pieces and all. So this symmetry is okay. Symmetry is on. Very nice. So here I can see the direction goes off. So delete. Delete. You can see this line, all these lines are not straight or perfect loop. Delete. Delete everything. This front part, I can just extrude and recreate that section. It will look much easier. Instead of recreating the entire thing, entire backside is gone. And I can see this like few errors here. Delete. So now I can see this thing clearly. Like we have some, all these unwanted things and loops and all those unnecessary stuff. Those things we have to clean. Entire side, I can delete this. Because this thing I can just push it inside and make it like solid very easily. Select the model, shift, and select the rest of the part, delete. All those unwanted things are gone. So now it's a super clean geometry. See, it's become the nice clean geometry. Backside, back faces are not there. That is not required. That's why it's not there. And now if I want, I can optimize even further. Like all those side loops and extra things, I can definitely remove it. Let me check. So now if I want, I can like delete alternative and make it like a little optimized and clean. That also I can do. Or I can, if I want, I can leave it like this also. So now this will become easy.
So what does history do?
History cleans all this extra, like if you have any file,
cache files.
Like it store all the commands, basically whatever you have used till now. It's not nothing to do with redo, but like it basically store the information, like whatever the command or things you have used on it. So so based on that, because it like based on that, you can, like suppose you're creating something similar to that, you can always go back and check those things. Or if you want to like you have those modifiers, multiple modifiers, right, in Max. So you can always go back to the lowest division of modifier and change something and come back to your upper division, right? So it works like that only. But like a lot of times those history doesn't like if you change something in like initial stage, it won't work. So and plus it retains this thing. If you clean it, so it basically lighten the file. So those history is gone, so it's not, you cannot recover it. So it's become super clean and light and optimized file.
And sir, how do we import normally करना होगा एक एक करके ये सारे.
हाँ, एक एक करके एक्सपोर्ट करके एक एक करके इंपोर्ट करना, is that's better.
Okay.
So say like you can control each and everything.
So
Like
all these parts, how did you import them?
just this is lowest division from ZBrush. I didn't do anything.
Yes.
Lowest division from ZBrush, and like here. Oh, I deleted that section. So basically, like this denture, let's see. Like this is this one. Shift. If I can see, it's very low poly, right?
Yes, sir.
This is something I don't have to create manually. I can just simply export it and use it. So I just simply select that, export and use it. Export it and click export as OBJ, drag drop it here.
So it will snap in the perfect location.
Yes.
And sir, how are you like hiding? Okay.
All to hide Control H, and to make anything visible, Alt Shift H, I believe, Control Shift H, Control Shift H to unhide. So hide, unhide. So similarly,
so basically you have imported everything and एक एक करके आप बना रहे हैं.
हाँ, तो I'm just importing them, like import करके जितना part optimize करना है, I'm just optimizing like instantly. So like now what will happen? So ये वाला part will finish. So I don't have to go back and again fix it. And if I have to modify something, I'll modify it now only. So I'll going to finish all those things. So similarly, now this part here, I can see it's very dense. I'll go to ZBrush. This one. Okay. I guess it's very, very dense. So all low, lowest division. And this is it's lowest division, but still it's very high, because this is not like game friendly. Yes, like definitely we can use it directly, but it's not the correct way of doing it. So what I can do, plus you can see poly distribution is not even. So my symmetry, make sure symmetry is on for any kind of symmetrical model. Make sure symmetry is on. Then I'll go to geometry. I will delete any higher subdivision, remesh, and poly count right now. Let's see. Poly count is 9,300. So I'll just reduce it to like 2-3,000. Remesh. Make it like super low poly. You see? Super low poly. And if I want, I can reduce like and after like this corner, you can see this slide, that is something I can delete directly. So I can just simply export this from here. Export it. Delete this one. Yeah. Low poly. Now, in this particular, I feel inside for this one, especially, I can delete it clearly. Optimize that section, and backside, I can see this slightly this line.
So what is the shortcut to isolate?
I'm not isolating. I'm just hide isolate. This is the button. So hide all. Like select your model, isolate, and click it. Same like Max, you have down the isolation button.
Yes.
It's here.
So is there some keyboard shortcut too?
For I guess Alt, no. For this, there's those keyboard short. Next one, say Alt key or shit. It's not there.
Okay.
For what?
Isolation. Like in Max, so we have, right? But in Maya, it's not there.
So in Maya, you still have that G button to repeat the last action, right?
Yes. To repeat last action, you can press G. Any last command, you can just simply repeat it by pressing G. So Alt H, hide this, and now I feel this is like okay, this is fine, but still I want to optimize this, right? So because this is like this is front, this area is kind of fine. This is little dense, and
so
this
one
is like,
doubt. So
yes,
we are going for a mid poly
model.
Right?
Mid poly model.
So sir, how do we distribute like the thing? Like, do we give more attention or more polygon distribution to the body, or do we put it more on the things, clothes and armor and everything which covers the body?
No, wherever you need it, basically, like based on the detail. So like suppose
तो
like,
वैसे तो पूरा चीज में डिटेल्स है ना सर, लाइक
नहीं
हाउ,
नहीं
बट
नहीं
ऐसे
नहीं
सिचुएशन में
नहीं, ऐसे सिचुएशन में you need to understand what I can bake, what I cannot bake.
ओके
Things I can whatever I can, like for this front part I have deleted everything, all those designs,
हाँ सर
right? So that those things I can bake easily. So those things low poly not required. Just delete it and then create the basic shape only and project everything, bake everything, right? Similarly, like for this kind of like round shape, and now here you can see most of things are fine, but this back side is quite dense. I can optimize it very easily. If I optimize it, nothing will change. Like it will bake properly anyways, right?
okay.
So that is something we need to keep in mind. Like if what we can bake, like all the fine details we can definitely bake. All those medium detail also we can bake. Yes, if there is a thickness or all those things, that is something we cannot bake. So those thickness and all these things we have to generate, we have to create it. So similarly, in this model, you can see I have deleted the thickness. So I have to recreate the thickness again.
Sir, but the volume wise, the human body covers much of the area compared to what these accessories are, right?
Yes.
So sir, like तो how अभी सर like human body में भी details हम लोग वैसे ही bake करने वाला, like skin details, pores and everything, wrinkles to get that thing, right?
Yes.
But so same goes for the accessories also.
Yes, exact same thing. Like you can see density wise almost all over except face. Face will be little high poly. Always
yes,
slightly
yes,
denser than as compared to the entire body, because face is the most prominent part and like a focal point.
Yes,
so that's why face will have little bit extra polygons. Rest everything will have a similar amount of poly distribution. The poly distribution will be like for this armor, for the like slightly like 90 20 like 90 or 95% difference is fine. Like slightly difference is fine, but like almost the same, almost the same.
okay.
So yeah. Okay, for this part now I want to optimize. So there is something, there is a optimize option in this is 2015 anyways. I don't know it's there or not. Let's see. Reduce is there. Let me see. It works or no, because in 2020, this works very nicely. Like you can see, you can define a percentage, maybe 20% and to reduce.
Yes, sir.
See, it automatically reduces, but only problem with this, it retain all shape and everything. Only problem, it randomly deletes thing. The only problem is like you will have uneven poly distribution. That is something I need to fix either manually. Like I have to select this, double click and shift, right click, edge flow. Double click to select the entire edge loop. So then I'll click, like hold shift, right click, edge flow. So it will average this line. Then I can select any one of them, press G, G. It will average out all this poly distribution. So I can delete one more from here. I can delete this one also. I can delete this one also.
Sir, you're pressing space bar to delete.
Shift, right click, delete. Sorry, I forgot to explain. In Maya, most of the options are in Shift, Control, and Alt. And when with Shift, if you press right click, it will give you like Shift, right click, different set of actions. Control, right click, different set of options, and Alt is like zoom in, zoom out. So so everything have different set of options. So I'm holding Shift, like double click, shift, right click, I can see delete edge. I just have to drag it here and leave the mouse right click, it will automatically delete that. So you can see I can optimize this thing and then rearrange all this thing very easily. Shift, edge flow, G, 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 G.
Sir, इसका कोई shortcut है?
किसका?
आप जो अभी Hflow edit Hflow कर रहे हैं,
तो यही तो शॉर्टकट है. That is the shortcut. Like you
so
will
that
select
one
shift, right
second.
click. Like no, there is no command. There is no
Okay.
command. You just have to like shift, right click, and Hflow.
Okay.
Like, there's no command for it. Like in Maya, most of the options are available. Like whatever you can find here, almost every option you can find by shift, right click, or control right click. Or
Sir,
if
so
you
you're repeating the last action.
so yes, whatever I'm applying, suppose this is I'm going to create that thing like delete. Suppose I'm going to delete this one. Let's see. Delete, control, sorry, my bad. Shift, delete edge. And if I want to delete this one also, I just have to press G. G is standard for repeat last command. That last command can be anything. So whatever is your last command, it will just repeat that.
Okay, sir.
So like Hflow, then I can double click this, press G, Hflow, press G, Hflow. It will work like that automatically. You don't have to do anything. It makes like work really fast. So if I want, I can delete these two. Oh, sorry, I press G, so delete it. So I have to make it Hflow, G. So now from distance, I can see these two polygon distribution looks kind of similar. So I'm happy with this. So as long as they are like a poly distribution similar or almost same is fine. If it's too dense or too low poly, then it's a problem. So throughout your model, density should be similar. Even if you like, suppose for face, you have more density. So it should increase gradually or decrease gradually. You cannot just abruptly end it somewhere like increase or decrease anywhere. That is not wrong. That is wrong basically. So slowly, like here you can see it's a zero mesh. Edges are slightly dense and center part is slightly less dense. So it's a gradual change. So gradual changes are always acceptable. So with this thing, it becomes super easy. And plus in new, this thing you can use in Max also and Maya also. Max have a new tool in 2019, sorry, Maya 2019 or 2018, they introduced a new tool where you can remesh the model within Maya. You don't have to go to ZBrush for that. And 2020, ZBrush introduced a similar tool in modifier. If you go, because right now I don't have 2020, so I cannot show it. So in 2020, if you open your model and if you want to optimize your model, you can go to the modifier list and there is something, a new modifier is there, retopologize.
Yes, sir.
Select that and then you can define your poly count like 4,000, 5,000, 2,000, 1,000, whatever your poly count. Select that and then execute the this modifier. So it will take little time because it's recalculating everything and regenerating a geometry. It will take little time, but it will regenerate the entire mesh. And it will be in all quads, no triangles, nothing. And few cases, like especially with this kind of organic structure, it works beautifully. For hard surface, it might create some corner distortion and all, but most of the time, organic things, it works beautifully. Like poly distribution will be really good, and loops most of the time is very good. But there are cases like it messes up the this thing loops, but that is something still we can modify and manually fix it. So you can check that also. That will save a lot of time for you. What is this? What is this? I don't know.
So that's the strip, I guess.
But that is the part of some other model, right? Other area. I don't know. Maybe I accidentally exported. So this is I have already exported. So I delete this thing. Delete this also. This also. This also. This also. So that there is no confusion.
Sir, but how did you make all of that in one single?
Just now I did it now. I guess maybe you haven't joined that time.
Yeah.
So what I did is I just, let's see, we have if any other part. Okay, this all parts are already done. So what I did, okay, I'll just show you again here. I deleted that part also.
So dynamesh करती है?
Yes, so I just merged it. I dynameshed the model and then I remeshed the model again. Okay. So it became a solid geometry, and then backside all this thing I deleted in Maya. Okay. So it became a solid clean geometry. So you can see, like because end of it, like, if any game ready model, we are going to bake all the information. So there is no point keeping all these plates separately. Yes, we can keep them all those plates separately. If you have an animation, like there is a movement, or maybe this is a little thicker and there's a movement difference. Yes. Sir. In that case, I can keep like I guess in your case, you have those armors, right? There's layering. Yes, in that case, we can keep them separate in low poly as well, because otherwise the character won't be able to move, because it's a solid metal, right? So it won't be able to move. Yes, so in that case, we can keep it separate. But this is just like a design element. So most probably it's malleable and it will move along with the body. With the body, yes. Sir. Yes. So then we can just simply convert this into a one single geometry and just simply remesh it. And because this kind of or like this is more of organic stuff, right? More rounded, soft edges. So this kind of stuff we can use a lot of time remesh because this will work with body very easily. Only and only thing we have to focus is our facial structure, hands, legs, like bending point. Basically, wherever you have joint, those points should not be any triangle, or you need to have at least the body at least 3 loops. So body, though I just simply exported, I haven't modified anything. You can see same mesh from ZBrush. So I'll fix this. Even there is, you can see this pinch. So I'll remove this thing. I'll optimize this thing, and rest everything. If I show you, rest almost everywhere I can see topology is almost accurate. There is no problem at all. So only I can see this pinch and this pinch. Whenever we bend the hand, this and this might create a pinch here. So what I'll do, I'll just fix this area, this area. This will generate no matter what you do. And anyways, this part is not visible that prominently. So, and this is fine. You can see this is really nicely distributed, very nicely optimized geometry. So this for fingers and all, I don't have to do anything. Only this elbow, this area, forearm, and this biceps area I need to fix. And let's see neck. So this is fine, and rest everything works perfectly. So that's why most of the time in industry, when you're going to work on a character, you will be provided with a base model, because it will save a lot of time. Because if you use a base model and you created the entire model out of it, so you can just simply go back to lowest division and use the model as low poly. You don't have to recreate retopo the entire model. Yes, rest of the part you have to retopo and recreate it, but only those sections you can save a lot of time, because a body takes a long time to create, to correct the topology for movement and everything. If you, like, suppose there is a pinch, if I don't have it, you can see shoulder have slightly denser polygons. Reason, when you move your arms up and down, shoulder will hold the shape. If you have less polygons here, it won't hold the shape. It will bend with the, like whenever you're bending it, it will become soft and round. Yes. So that's why we have more polygons. So it's already there. So I don't have to do anything here. So only few things I need to fix. So we'll do that. Okay, let's see what else we have here. So there are like a few things like this one. This one I have to retopo. There is no other way, because you can see it's very dense. Right, this is, I cannot use it. So yes. what I'll do, I'll export this model. I'll create a cylinder, and snapping to this shape, I'll just create, like, follow this line and create a cylinder. That's it, and it will bake directly. And this is, I believe I have exported already. Yes, so I can just simply delete this, and let's see. You can see this is also very low poly. The center lines and side lines that I can delete directly into Maya or in ZBrush using Z modeler, or I can do it Maya way faster. So I'll do that there only. So export it and delete it from here. Export this also. Maya. Oh, sorry. 3D. So I got this two things. I can select height. I can combine them also, so it'll become easy for me. And I'll should make sure symmetry is off, otherwise it might mess up my model. This is not required. Oh, I ringed it accidentally. Delete. Oh, delete. Clean. Clean.
सर एक और डाउट है.
हाँ.
ट्रेस आपने जैसे दिखाया था, we were using a base mesh for like snapping.
Base mesh for snapping.
Sir, high poly.
हाँ, exactly. Yes, retopo for retopoing.
हाँ, for retopo. So sir, how do we switch from that mode to directly editing the imported mesh?
Okay. So suppose this is way too dense. I need to optimize this anyways. So suppose this is my high poly. Suppose this is my high poly.
Yes, sir.
So I'll just simply click make it live, and let's switch on my symmetry. Quad draw. Click on quad draw, and suppose I want to create this thing. So I just simply create.
So sir, मतलब जितने भी mesh आएंगे, they will be basically मतलब editable.
Everything is editable. Yes, like a 3D software, right? So
sir, if it's too high poly.
If it's too high poly, you cannot import it then. Like you have to optimize the model, like decimate the model and bring it here.
Okay, sir.
Without decimating, that's the whole idea. Like we create a high poly, then we decimate the model so that we can create the low poly version of it.
Okay, sir.
So create this. Once you're done with this, quad draw, switch off your symmetry. Now you have this model separate, this model separate. If I want to use this, I can use this also. If I want to use this, I can use this also. And if I want to edit this, shift right click, edge mode, vertex mode, face mode, UV mode, all these modes are there. Object mode, just for selection.
Shift right click or just right click?
Just right click. Just right click. So this, anyways, I have to optimize this one. This is like way too dense. So optimize this. Okay, let's see. Let's export rest of the parts quickly. Delete this one also. So here I can see there's some strap. So let's export some cloth. So for all the cloth, what I'm planning is I'll just simply remesh them really quickly and optimize them basically. So select one or maybe shift. It's already top. Okay. Shift, move it up. These two, I can merge down. These two. This is again a cloth. Shift up, cloth. Shift up, merge down, down. So all of them together. Now we have this also. Shift up. So all the cloth I'm going to remesh at once.
Sir, one more doubt.
Yes.
So since we what we did in the last modules when we baked high poly on top of low poly, तो वो जो suffixes होते हैं ना underscore low और underscore high.
Yes. हाँ.
तो इसमें since we don't have the same units in the high poly and the low.
Yes.
So how are we going to bake it?
Okay. For baking, those suffixes and all these things doesn't matter. You just need two models. Volume should be same, and your high poly can be made up of hundreds of parts, and low poly can be only one solid geometry. You can bake it.
Okay, sir, but वो issue होता है ना कि जो high poly का मतलब some other parts get baked onto one part.
Yes, I'll explain that how to control that. So for that, we'll explode the model. Explode doesn't mean like I'll bomb it. Like I'll just separate all the parts, then I'll bake it, and so I'll get a very clean, nice, neat bake. Then I'll use that baking for my non-explode model. So it's a different process entirely. So I'll explain it because for most of the characters, this is the process we follow. Like whenever you have a complex geometry, we explode the model because suppose if I try to bake all these things together, the impression of cloth, impression of all this design, everything will overlap.
Yes, sir.
And it will mess up the entire normal. So what I have to do is I have to split them. I'll bake at once only, but I will explode the model. I'll create a separate file for baking. Like right now, I'm working on low poly. This has nothing to do with your baking. So I'll finish my low poly first, finish my UV first. Once my UV and my low poly is finished, then I'll import my low poly and high poly in one Maya file or one Max file, both the models. And that high poly will be final decimated model for baking purpose. That won't be super low poly. That will be like decently high poly. So maybe a few millions polygon. So I'll bring both of them together in one software. Then suppose I bring this horn. Suppose in case, suppose this is my high poly, low poly. So, and I duplicate this model. Let's say duplicate the model. So I have this one and the other one. Okay, this will be like too much. I'll just use some other part. Okay, let's see head. So suppose I have this one. So Control D and apply smooth. It's basically turbo smooth. So I have two different geometry. So one is my high poly, one is my low poly. So what I'll do, I'll right click, go to object mode, select both of them, and then move it. If I hide it, so now this face doesn't have any connection with anything else. So this band was top of the face, right? Now it won't bake on face because the position is entirely different. So similarly, this band, I'll select, move it somewhere else along with the high poly. Okay. Then I'll export. Then I'll create two different groups, one for high poly, one for low poly, and export the high poly separately, export the low poly separately. Then I'll bake it in Substance or Marmoset or anywhere. I'll bake it. After baking, then I'll export my actual without this explode version. Without this explode version, I'll just simply I'll import it back to Substance, and then except normal map, I rebake everything. So normal is already baked, exploded version. So because UV is exactly same, right? UV is not changing. So if your model is together or exploded like separately, but because of the UV, the normal information will be correct, right? So when you create the entire model, and then I'll export the final low poly model, apply the normal map, and then I'll export or bake other maps and then start texturing. So it works a little differently.
Okay, sir.
So I'll explain. Don't worry. I'll explain all those processes.
This makes sense, sir.
हाँ, तो ऐसे ही करना है. Complex model ऐसे ही करते हैं. इसका मतलब there is no other way because you have to.
काफी genius तरीका. So how are we going to do all this in a week?
It's very simple. See, if I export everything here, and baking won't take like a couple of after finishing this, we have to unwrap. And unwrapping in Maya is super easy. In 1 hour, I can unwrap this entire model and without any like mistake. Okay, sir. So Maya unwrapping is super powerful, and it's like you can unwrap things like within no time. Like Max mein karunga to it will take you 2-3 days. Maya it will like in a couple of hours you can create amazing UV without any error, any problem. Like suppose this let's see. Suppose this is I want to unwrap. So these are basically, you can see checker map. These are unwrap basically. So this is basically dialog box. I have like 6 minutes. Just quickly I'll show, but I explain this thing later.
Yes, sir, it's okay. आप जब unwrap करेंगे तब भी
explain कर दो. This is like pretty easy. And like this is like unwrapping is super fast, super easy. एक बार unwrap हो गए तो texture में ज़्यादा time नहीं लगेगा. Reason सारा information high poly में है, right? I just have to add colors. So बहुत instant बोले maybe texture करने में max to max 2 दिन लगेगा.
Okay sir.
So it will save a lot of time. तो बहुत easily हो जाएगा वो. Okay, I'll just take it. Just give me a second. मैंने update किया हुआ है. I'll save this.
Sir, industry में all of these things one person has to do only, like high poly, low poly, and then the unwrapping, texturing, everything.
Depends again. It depends depending upon like usually like honestly like what happens in industry. One second, I'll need to log in. In industry, like to speed up the process, what they do usually is like whoever is better in what, like suppose you are good at sculpting. So just to optimize the process, they will give you like sculpting.
Okay.
And like suppose there's a crunch, in that time they will do this. If there is no crunch, they will give you the entire character from start to end. Okay. So if there is a crunch, they will give you only, suppose you're good at texturing, they will give you only texturing. Okay. Or you are good at low poly, retopoing, they'll give you only low poly. Like that. Okay. It works like that because they need to save time, because in industry everything like about time, like timing. If your timing is not good, if you're like suppose your quality of work is very good, but your timing, like time, you are not able to manage your time, then it's a big problem. So whatever time you have, like suppose you are assigned, suppose you're supposed to create this character within 1 week. So that means whatever is possible within 1 week. It doesn't mean you have to match the cinematic quality. It means whatever is possible within a week, that too like productive. Every day, 6-7 hours of work minimum, like productive within a week means 5 days. So within 5 days, whatever is possible, you have to create that.
Okay.
So that's how it works. Sonam also here. Okay, Sonam file send किया मैंने देखा नहीं है, so मैं एक बार check कर लूँगा file को, फिर कल discuss कर लेंगे इसको. Okay.
Sir, quick doubt.
हाँ जल्दी.
Sir, how do we give thickness to a plane in ZBrush?
Thickness to a plane. Suppose you have anything. Let's see. Append plane, right? This is what you're asking. So plane में there is no thickness. So thickness to plane, there's multiple ways. I can just use Z modeler and extrude it. I can add that. Or geometry, there is something called edge loop. And there is plane loop is there. Thickness you can see. I can add this thickness, plane loop. Thickness.
Okay.
Either this or Z modeler.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
Same time.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
yes, tell me.
like in that Maya, like when I zoom in, it is clipping through the model.
Achha, going through the model, you cannot see the model properly. It's like half of the model is clipped, right?
Yes, sir. That
display thing. So if I like here, if I go, I can see everything. So what you do?
Go to view. Is not sharing.
Oh, sorry. Now you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
So whenever this thing is happening, so there is two things are called everything is camera basically, right? So there is something called far clipping, near clipping. So go to your whatever view you are in, and wherever it's happening in that view, go to view, select camera. Click on this and Control A. It will open this window, perspective shape. This is perspective view. So perspective shape, not this perspective, perspective shape. This is, remember this. And scroll down, you can see near clip plane, far clip plane. So by default, this near clip is 001. If you do this, you can see it's started flickering.
Yes, sir.
You just make it 1. And for far clip, if you go zoom out, if sometimes your file vanishes. So in that case, add a 0 or 20. That's it. So far clip we're increasing, near clip also we're increasing. So it won't clip again.
Yes.
Just this. Okay then. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Bye.